Chat, thanks for chilling. You guys got a little bit of a big stretch in there. We're also at the home stretch, and we're going to continue on to Anime 3, our last anime.
Yep.
And Zane DeVito, you have the floor. Take us away.
So the last anime we're reviewing tonight is Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3. It's obviously a shonen. It is written by Gege Akatame. I think I said his last name right. We actually looked up how to say his first name because I've never heard anyone actually say it. I've only ever seen it written. And it said Gege. I'm pretty sure it's a pen name. It's not their real name. It's a fantasy action adventure drama. Studios Mappa. You know, they brought us Chainsaw Man, AOT, fucking Vinland Saga.
Doro.
I can't say Doro. Like, I read it and I was like, I'm not having a Mimi cry moment right now. I'm gonna
It's funny because I know you were reading that and pauses.
Yeah, I was like,
the Vinland Saga.
Yeah, I'm skipping the Vinland Saga. Hajima no Ippo, like I don't know it, so I didn't want to say it. But they brought us all that. And they've really killed it with season 3. I think they fucking took a whole fucking step up. And for those that don't know, Jujutsu Kaisen is about a boy named Yuji who swallowed what they call a cursed item. That cursed item was the finger of Sukuna, who used to be a cursed user and then was tired of fighting everybody, got super bored, asked some dude to turn him into a cursed item. And there's a whole school called Jujutsu High School. They teach kids how to use curses, which involve negative energy and positive energy. You can curse anyone for any reason at all. Just wishing them luck, they're fucked. It's a weird universe. And also, I'm getting off track. It's an interesting story. And season 3, we're getting to a part called the Calling Games. The Calling Games was brought to us by the main villain right now, Kenjaku. Kenjaku took over another person's body named Geto, who was Gojo's best friend in season 2. We learn all that in the backstory. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. I'm not going to take the time to explain it tonight because we're talking about season 3, the Calling Games. The Calling Games were created by Kenjaku to create a world of sorcerers. And what it does is it creates colonies in different areas and fucking forces people to use cursed energy and learn how to use cursed energy or die. And they're all playing a game, getting points, killing each other. And it's really fucking taken quite a fucking turn. And honestly, my initial impressions are, fuck yes. I love this season. It's absolutely amazing. This is my favorite anime of the year so far. I thought they did great job on animation, great job storytelling, great job bringing in new characters. Every time they brought in a new character, immediate backstory, telling us who they are, detailed as fuck, and it really impacted the next steps of the story after that by just telling us who they were, if they were important. Because I mean, we had Reggie Starr, that character, the guy with the receipts all over him. That character, yeah. He didn't really get a backstory because he dies. So it's like he wasn't important enough, and it's super cool. I'm super excited to see. I know where it goes. I've read the manga, and a lot of this was waiting to see parts of the manga animated, and some parts highly excited for, let down, and other parts highly excited for, and I couldn't have asked for anything more. But I'd love to know your guys' initial impressions before we go too deep into the rest of what I want to talk about.
Yeah, I guess I could go. They did a lot of great things with this anime, animation wise. A lot of it, there's a lot of like really good fights, good eye candy for the most part. Like it felt like a treat watching these fight scenes, right?
It was fan service.
Yeah, it was fan service. Yeah. What do you call that? I mean, I liked it, but I'm a little conflicted, I guess, with certain parts.
What are you most conflicted about?
I feel like the pacing and just the arc that we're in right now. It's like
It's a little too fast.
yes and no. Like I mean, it's not like it's fast or slow. It's like there's a little disjointed because we're going from one character to another, and they're all characters I like so far, especially the new ones we meet. But it's like we barely get to spend time with them because we're jumping from here, this fight to this fight to this fight. There wasn't too many like kind of story building going in between other than the fights. So it's like just like a tournament arc. So I guess it's just it was like fun to watch as far as like seeing really cool fights.
Yeah.
But I think what made like I was enjoying it so much, but then the third episode, I think after that, the explainer episode kind of
I'm gonna get to that.
kind of like it was hard to shake that feeling after that episode going to the other one. So I think that episode alone affected my whole appreciation for the season. But then the last episode was a fucking banger. That episode, it got me back in. So it's like it gains extra points there.
I get that. I just have one rebuttal, and I think it's something that because I hear that opinion a lot about the explanation of the culling game arc or the rules and everything. That was definitely so long. But if you think about the whole idea of Jujutsu Kaisen, their powers work better when they explain it.
Explain it, yeah.
They're trying to kill.
Yeah.
Gege is a character in the whole fucking thing. Okay, he's God in this universe. He's just explaining you his powers. That's why to me I was able to get through it and be like, okay, I get it. Like everything's fucking over explained in this. And I was gonna try to do that when we first started and the explanation of the anime, and I was like, I'm not gonna do that to you guys. Like that would just be fucked up. It would like a whole hour of just explaining the show. But like I agree. Like
I feel like if you explain it, we should have the domain expansion explanation sound.
What about you, Vinny? What are your initial impressions?
Initial impressions. A lot of fan service. I enjoyed it a lot, actually. Going from a cozy anime to something that has a lot of actions, characters sort of established already. You sort of expect that from going to like the next season. Is that now we're getting to the nitty gritty action parts where like people are gonna start dying, people are gonna people need to start getting stronger and things like that. We're moving on to the next section. So that anime really did that because it's a season 3. I think there was maybe I don't know, like it's to Dark Ruffles' point, like I did get a little lost during the explanation part.
Yeah.
But I think that's just me just like I had to like go back and like try to understand like a few times too. So I actually took the time to like read through it. And like when you're reading reading sub and you're like seeing
so
all
much.
these words, you're like you're pausing it and like, okay, I gotta read down here. Nope, I gotta read up here. And then it's just oh my god, there's so much.
And some of it was hard to see because it's fucking being covered up by the actual Japanese characters, or it was covering it, and it was all white on white.
Yes,
like, damn.
yes, it was white on white. My eyes were hurting. I didn't mind that too much, but like just because of like just I had to pause and go back. You didn't give me like a chance to like when you guys were explaining it, you had people talking over it too, and then you had text and the lady or the token. What's that
So
thing's
much
name?
to pay attention to.
Yeah, so much to pay attention to.
Tengen,
yeah.
Master
Tengen was talking. Tengen was talking over the Culling Games rules. It was just like, what's happening? It was just a lot, so much, and it gives you all that all at once. Besides that, like it was a lot of fan service. I enjoyed it a lot. Had a great time. Honestly, I had a lot of man. Maki's great.
I love Maki. Yeah, Maki's great.
So, so amazing, dude.
Oh my god,
Maki's so amazing.
Anyways, yeah, that's my initial thoughts.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna share my screen real quick with you guys, and so essentially the next thing is animation and art style, and again, with new era anime, it's all bright and flashy, and Jujutsu Kaisen did not steer away from this sort of animation. Loved every second of it. You know, if you like any anime that's over animated, like Jujutsu Kaisen, often has little details that you see that were missed by you just not paying that close attention. Like the way the characters are drawn, the way, they're in quick movement and you see how they're like kind of sloppily drawn, or they're just standing there, but it's a distance picture. So they're sloppily drawn because they're trying to rush through it. And a lot of animes are rushed. And I believe Jujutsu Kaisen was one of those that Mappa kind of got a lot of ridicule for forcing their people to really work overtime on a lot of the anime. But overall, I'd say the animation was fantastic. I mean, look at the characters here. Like Yuta looks amazing compared to the manga. So does Ryu and Uro. Like they're fucking great characters. All looked amazing. Chozo looked great. Fucking Yuji looked great. Rika looked great. Megami's domain expansion looked amazing. Like, I mean, this was something that I was absolutely excited for, was this particular panel right here, because I didn't start reading it until after I watched the first season, and you see his domain expansion right here where it's just a puddle of shadow that just an ocean of shadow, or you could say, that expands throughout the whole thing, and then it turns into this, that it's actually a part of him. It comes out of his spine or something, and then fucking in the animation, it's all blue, and that's the only light you can see in the shadow. And I thought that was a really unique way of showing his domain expansion. And then the art style of like Judge Man and fucking Takaba, all fucking beautiful. These are all great artists in their own right in both the manga and the anime. What do you guys think, Fetty?
The animation art style definitely was very different from a lot of other animes. Like trying to compare it to anything, it's different. I'd say that like the closest is like Chainsaw Man in that, but again, they're same studio, right? But I love the grittiness of it. The fight scenes were super beautiful. And like you really feel the impact of each individual movement. So like when Maki was fighting, when Yuta was fighting, like you talk about like drop kicking the living shit out of that one guy. You felt the force, and you really felt that, like from like panel to panel. It was really good. I love the animation, love the art style, love the characters. They're very unique. They're all unique. They had an old older guy that looked like Gandhi that died immediately.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They had like every individual, like every character has their own individual bit of style. Like Uro, like half, like all the way naked, just clouds covering her. Ryu Ishigori, he looked like a fucking Japanese like biker guy with the hair and everything.
Yeah.
Kuwabara, It's
Kuwabara.
It's
Maybe
really,
that's why I liked him so much.
yeah, they're really cool, and they all have their own different type of like style. And seeing Maki like growth wise, like from season to season to now, I really like that a lot. So the animation art style, they're keeping us on our toes, and like you really just, the buildings blowing up, you really feel that impact. So I liked it a lot.
I before Kuya goes, I'd like to add one more thing to what you said about Maki. The going from the Shinjuku, what was it? What was the last arc called? How to can't say
Shibuya?
Shibuya. Why did I want to say Shinjaku? But yeah, the Shibuya arc was very telling and like very brutal for all of us watching, and a lot of death, and being able to see that Maki survived, but she's just completely battle scarred.
Yeah.
It just makes her character development so much more badass. But we'll get to that next. Kuya, what did you like about the animation and art style?
I mean, I feel like Mappa is like a top tier studio, especially when it comes to like animation. fight scenes. Honestly, that's like the best, probably like the best part of this anime is like just the animation and the art style. Really love the colors. The fight between Itadori and Higurama.
Higurama.
One of the best fights I've seen. I mean, there's many to say. Like Maki, one of my favorite characters, and like I was so sad when I thought she died the second season. Seeing her in this season kick everyone's ass, Kill Bill style, was like such a like I said, it's just eye candy. It's just a treat.
And it was beautiful too, like so
Beautiful,
so
yeah.
drawn.
Well drawn. And I like how they take kind of like Chainsaw Man when they throw in certain like homages to certain movies. I like how they take certain things from movies too. Like that definitely felt like Kill Bill. The fight with Megumi, another highlight. Fight with what do you call that? With Utah, definitely. So like each episode honestly was like great as far as animation style, you know, like they didn't skip on the budget. They made sure that none of the MAPPA animators would see their wives and their kids for this season.
Yeah,
So no family time, yeah. So I would say this is the top tier. Like when it comes to MAPPA, I feel like JJK has always been their like best animation style. Like I feel like this is their best product and they know it. They take care of this baby, you know. So
all right. So given that our statements, I am going to give this one an A+ as well, just like Freerin. I love the animation style, even though I know I said that there's a little bit of mistakes. Every anime has that. You know, not every we're human. We're not perfect, but this is as close to perfection as you can get with animation. And I really liked every battle scene, every death, every brought back to life, everything, just every use of power. It was amazing. Characters looked great. Their designs all great, interesting, unique. A+.
I echo everything you say. I'm gonna give it a I'm gonna give it an A+ as well. The animations, the drawings, and everything were super solid. Like even when they did like that little space scene with the girl or the guy, they them with what's that other guy that they like
oh, you're talking about
they went to like the fight club.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
To go recruit the guy, right?
The Hakiri or something like that.
Hijami.
Yeah.
Hijami and
AMI.
Yeah, and they had that
Kyrie or something like that.
Yeah, they had that whole like fight scene on the
Kira
on top, and then they trying to explain her power.
Yeah,
that whole thing, like they drew it out, the space and shit, and like having all that. I was like,
cool.
wow, this is pretty. Like what the fuck?
Yeah. This is it was really cool.
It was super cool. So A+ for me. Like it's very memorable, and again, the fight scenes were just definitely like fan service. It was just great.
All fan service.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'd have to give this an A+ too. I think we're all in agreement. I mean, when it comes to the fight scenes, because like what's amazing with this show too is that everyone has different powers and they're also creative, and the way they're animated is so creative. Like the fast guy, what's his name? Naoma.
Urio.
Yeah, there's Urio. There's Naoma. Naoya.
Yeah, it's right there. I don't know.
Naoya, yeah. Seeing his like 24 frames per second power is pretty amazing. And like I feel like the thing with JJK when it comes to their fight scenes, their animation, they're always like breaking the internet with like these cool moments. Like when Naoya was kicking like Chiso's ass just with one hand, and then he's like doing that. That became a meme.
That shit was
made a
sick.
whole meme out of him.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
Like no, this is beautiful, man. And like you know how many times I've paused so many moments, like and rewinded it. Like I've watched this moment with what do you call that? With Megumi, Panda, and I think his name's Kyrie.
Okay.
Just the fucking bunny touching that thing.
Mm-hmm.
I've rewatched that. I've rewatched that so many times because like that's like well animated. There's even a lore for that bunny itself. That was the one that was fighting Toji in season 2. So
yeah,
A plus.
It's fucking great, dude. I love it. Yeah, A+ all around. Love it. All right, next we're going into characters and development. And for me, I really can't say enough about the development of each character. As both of you mentioned, everybody gets a unique power unless it's handed down among the family. Like Megumi's 10 Shadows technique is unique to the Zenin clan. The skipping frames technique is unique to the Zenin clan. Like these are techniques that are awesome. Even the 2 characters that fucking Maki killed, their fucking powers were awesome. And I think they did a great job with Yuta, where they we got a whole movie about him because he's obviously special to the character base. We get to see what his real powers are. It's not actually Rika, it's that Rika's power allows him to use copy, and he's able to copy all these fucking other fucking curse users' powers and shit and use them as his own and collect them and store them. The one thing that I wanted more from was the 2-second moment where the 3 of them did the domain expansion and we got to see inside of the 3. In the manga, you think it's lasting longer because you get to just stare at a panel and it's not moving, so you get to see exactly detail for detail everything that's going on inside, where we got like just a few seconds in the anime. So it was a cool little teaser for anyone who's never read the manga and has it wants to see more moving forward, you know. Characters like fucking Megumi, great development. Absolutely. Learning that he's trying to do this to save his sister. Higurama, we got fucking 2-3 episodes of him. Amazing character development. One of my favorite characters in Jujutsu Kaisen, based off the fact that the system failed him. He found himself starting to turn into the people that he all thought were bad people when he was fighting Yuji, and then ends up being like, you know what? I'm doing this for all the wrong reasons again, and turned it all around. Great character development in such a short time span. Absolutely amazing. And Maki's the biggest of all with the character development, growing from one of the weakest characters, being stronger than most characters, but couldn't get as strong as all the other characters, you know. And her growth to the Zenin clan massacre is absolutely amazing. And the fact that it was all fan service, because that's only that in the manga is only 3 pages. Like it's not long. We got an entire episode of it, and they extended so many parts, and it was just so awesome. I absolutely loved it. Great time. What about you, Kuya? What do you think?
I mean, I love the characters because like they're ones we've kind of watched along the way, you know, from the other seasons. Like Maki's definitely one of my favorite characters from first season, second season, and Jujutsu Kaisen 0. And seeing her growth, like you were saying, but like then losing Mai was kind of sad because like I never was such a big fan of Mai because she was kind of a bitch in the first season. But this, like, I mean, you finally learn why. It is sad, like now that she was able to, like, you know, she that passed away and gave everything to Maki. Like Maki became stronger, but like that other half of Maki is gone, you know. Definitely great.
And such a crazy concept that twins are the most cursed because they have to split their energy between each other. Such an interesting concept to reveal why Maya dies.
Yeah.
Or May dies,
and then when it comes to Amaki again, how like everyone's saying like you're not Toji, you're not him, but no, he's not him, she's her.
Fucking Toji, yeah, she's better than Toji.
Yeah, she's her. Yeah, and like just the way she kicked everyone's ass is just like satisfying, just taking out throats, you know. Fucking that one aura farmer thought he was doing shit, only for him to be killed off screen with his head being carried.
So can I since you brought that up, I
Yeah.
wasn't gonna talk about it because I completely forgot. But the JJK actually came out and said something about that. So the reason he said he was acting like that is because he knew he was fucked.
Oh,
He knew
I
he was
see.
going to die, and he was saving what precious time he had life left before
Oh,
he
wow.
died, because he was watching his homie be like, oh, he's like, fucking do it, hurry up, and he's just like, all right, well, here it goes, I'm gonna die, and then fucking he dies.
Damn. Well, he looked cool.
Yeah, he looked
Thinking
fucking cool
about
doing it.
But yeah, and then like Megumi, just seeing like he almost killed that one girl too, but his sister stopped him. So he's seeing that like he doesn't really give a fuck anymore. He'd kill someone if he needs to. Yuji's still struggling with that, but it seems like everyone else got the assignment. We're just gonna kill people. Yuta's gonna kill people if he, unless he doesn't have to. Like he saved the Kuwabara guy in the end and Ura. You know, like because they're cool enough characters. I'm sure people want to see them again. So it's like I can't kill you guys. You guys are fan favorites.
Absolutely.
But yeah, really like the characters. Higuruma, great backstory. Kind of like in Freerin, how this we like the slower pace. I did appreciate that they took their time showing his backstory, how he's just trying to. He knows he's a good judge of character, even though in the end you can see he didn't even want to be a judge. He's kind of just done with the system. But he is a great judge of character, but that also kind of broke him because like when the system fails you and even the people who you believed in, when in the end they look at you with such disdain, like I get it why his character is like that. So yeah, characters are great.
What about you, Vinny?
I like the characters. They were all very unique. They're all very different. We got like the development of Higurama. That was super cool. Like again, to Dark Ruffles' point, it was just him going through the system and the system failing him, and that's something like we all know too well sometimes. Very relatable, and um, just the everybody's favorite Takaba, like one of my favorite characters, and I barely know him. I just see him in the intro, and I see him drop kicking some guy. Coming from somebody that's only watching the anime and not reading the manga, it's very cool to see these characters come to life and wanting to know more about them. He's a comedic guy, but he's also not that funny. But he thinks he's funny. He's a bad comedian. Yeah, it's super cool. The main expansions, the drawings, and like just seeing Megumi like grow too, and like Yuta like being a bigger part of this story too. They're definitely focusing on like JJK High as a whole. They're going to Maki, they're going to Yuta, they're going to Megumi, they're going to fuck what's his name? The main character. Yuji. Yeah, Yuji. They went to Yuji for a little bit, so like his growth and his like going through and his trauma and not wanting to kill people and like just trying to I did that, and like him coming to terms with himself. That's development. That's huge. And him to like I killed them. I know it's not me, but that's part of me. It's just like fuck. So, character development, I really like what they're doing. They've established characters already, but we're learning more about them. Again, Maki, Yuji's growing, Megumi's like becoming an adult, and we're getting like more side characters whose stories, are getting flushed out, and we're learning a little bit more about them. So overall, I like it a lot. The development and characters are pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. 100% agree. So again, I am going to give this an A+.
Oh,
I think that the characters are amazing. The character development is amazing. In the last few seasons, we got a little Game of Thrones where some of our favorite characters were killed or we thought were killed. And then the new characters coming in, like you said, Higurama, fucking Takaba. Takaba is one of my favorite characters as well in the new season. And like the fact that Gege actually he's based off of a real comedian from Japan that wore that exact suit. It's
Yeah.
just to bring stuff from real life is always interesting to me because it's adapted differently than what real life is. So it's almost like bringing real life to a different universe and seeing what would happen differently. So A+ for me. What about you?
For me, I will give it. Yeah, an A+. I'm gonna give it an A+ as well. They did really well with like the character development. I think like they didn't stay on a character too long and have to like go so deep into a story. You know, they did just enough. Like for the biggest example is Higurama. Like they went into like one of his cases and like his like he just went mad. Like they brushed over it like very gently, and it wasn't prolonged as long as we needed to be. So I felt like that pacing for characters was really nice. Learning about, Takaba for a little bit. I'm sure we'll learn about him a little bit more, but we knew that he was trying to be a comedian, and so I think that they did pretty good on that, and it wasn't like 3 episodes of just who are you, why are you, what are you. It was just like, hey, this is who I am, this is my backstory, and it's time to get into business. I like that. So
also
A+.
the fact that they mentioned that fucking Takaba doesn't even know he has powers. He doesn't know how he's using them, and he's just using them.
He's just using them. It's hilarious. I like that. So it's A+. A+ for me.
A+. All right.
What about you?
I mean, it might be a little controversial. I'm gonna give it a B+. Like one, I did hear that. I don't know. I think this is just someone making this up, but like each character is kind of based off of a tarot card, which is kind of cool. Like Takaba's the Fool, Higurama's the Judge, and I feel like the the luck guys like Coin and stuff like that. I love these characters. Don't get me wrong, and I think the characters are strong, right? The development is also good, but I think because, and this kind of ties into the story, how this arc is mostly just fighting and they're in a competition. There's bigger things at play, but I guess there's not too much like, even with their developments and their characters, it's not pushing this a certain story. Like their like wants and goals aren't so much like too personalized. It's mostly just trying to like play in the game. So I guess that's that, so I give it a B+. I mean, I could a little shaky on it. I still really love them, but yeah, I think it's just the arc itself being a tournament arc. I don't think I'm someone who like likes tournament arcs too much.
Would you say that's more of a plot then, not really a character?
No, well, I'm saying it's because like even though the characters are good, their character development, it feels almost limited by the plot.
Like their development didn't mean enough because of the plot.
Yeah, and I guess because like I love season 2 so much because the characters there, you see the hidden inventory and how much that like connected with me, and then when you see characters die, it's like in the second season, it's more like the bad guys are in the offense. They have a plan and they're like capture Gojo. And then when you see the characters die, it was like such a big deal. Like I hated seeing Nobara die, but it is feeling like they're against this thing that's like super oppressive and like really scary. While this one, for the most part, I feel like everyone's super powerful and overpowered for the most part. So I guess it's just that the structure of the plot and the arc we're in right now is kind of restricting where I think these characters are. It's like they're put in their zones, kind of like their Tokyo zone, so.
Well, that's fair enough. After this, we're going to story, plot, and pacing. I think this one is kind of where the anime takes a hit. As you were saying, the plot is very rigid and they can't really break off from it too much. The storytelling, while always amazing, is linear and isn't breaking off too much. It is kind of divided between each character, but everyone still feels like they're on the same line. The pacing is fast. I think that's probably one of the better things about this season is the pacing, because it gets into each thing that we want to see. Because again, as we've said before, it's fan service. Every single episode is a little bit of fan service, except for the first couple, where they explain the calling games. But it was necessary for us to understand, because apparently it's an extremely complicated thing. So it's good for me. I loved it overall. I think I'm going to give this a B here.
B. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. No,
Yes,
I can. Let me get into it.
Yeah.
I'm in agreement. There was definitely, like, to Dark World's way, it's a tournament arc. The story is there. It's lots of fan service, lots of fighting, super cool. I mean, this is also like what, part 1 of 2.
Yeah.
So we're not really getting the whole story. So I don't even know if it's like fair to like rate it as a whole, because it's only half of the part,
Fair.
So I think we'll get a little bit more in the next season. I surprisingly I went to go look this up right now, and this is the finale to season 3. So, but there's a part 2. So what the fuck are you doing? What does that even mean?
Season 4 is going to be part
Yeah,
2.
season 4 is
just a
part
weird
2.
way to
Yeah,
put
this
it.
is a weird way to do it, right? So.
Yeah.
Weird thing they're doing, but considering that this is only part 1 of 2, like I can't even like read it as a whole. The whole story isn't like really even like full like fleshed out for this season. We do have like the tournament, the calling game going on, and people's motives and like why they're in there, sort of, not really. We got like fucking the sorcerers in there just killing people for the fun of it. I got a second life. I'm trying to get strong. Like the understanding it sort of lost me. The story, again, I can't really give it like a for sure rating, because it's only part 1. So I want to see the whole picture first before I give it anything. So I'm gonna actually be. I'm not gonna give it a rating. I need to see the second part of it. I need to.
That's fair.
Give it a whole rating as a whole, because if they do parts, yeah, I just can't. Yeah.
Fair.
That's fair. I gotta agree where this is just the first part, and it is hard to like judge it, but I feel like I'm looking at it as a season. And it is pretty simple for the most part. It doesn't really take a hit off of that. I think it just like, if I rewatch this, I think I'm gonna enjoy it more now that I've experienced the whole thing, and then I could just enjoy the fights again and see how amazing they are. Again, the explanation of the rules was just like I paused it, I tried to understand it, and somehow I still don't understand it. But I'm sure it's not complicated, and I kind of wish they kind of spread the rules out or something, or like in anime sometimes when they're explaining like certain plants, they show like little icons and stuff like that. I feel like after that episode, it just kind of colored the rest of the episodes for me, that when they're fighting and then someone else is explaining again, it brings me back to that episode. It's like, really? You're going to explain to me what's happening right now?
Again?
Again? So I'm watching Megumi fight Registar and I have to read this thing on the bottom.
Yeah.
So I think if I rewatch it, I am going to enjoy it more, but I'll give it a B as well.
All right. And now we're moving into the highlights. I'm actually going to go last on this one, since this is the fan service moment of the night.
Ooh.
I would like, Kuya, you go first with your highlight.
My highlights. Maki's fight was definitely a highlight. Just like murdering the whole Zenin clan is like chef's kiss. Naoya's punch in the face, showing that 4 times, then showing a Mortal Kombat X-ray vision of it, all his like bones crushing. It's like super sweet. And Utah's fight, man. Yuta's fight, even seeing a little bit of the domain expansion, like it's already a treat because I rewind that and see that like there's different kinds. Like there's like it looks like fireworks almost, stuff like that.
Fireworks everywhere, swords everywhere,
Yeah,
everywhere. You're like, whose is whose?
yeah. And then during their fight, when they were showing all these desserts getting eaten up and the music playing, that was a highlight for me.
I get it. I agree wholeheartedly for sure. What about you, Fetty?
Everything was fan service, man. Everything was a highlight. My least favorite part was actually not getting more Takaba. I wanted more of that boy. Wish I could see more of that boy, but I know we're gonna get more. My favorite part though, was Yuta. The whole fight with Yuta. That whole thing was crazy. And then like just being like understanding what his ability was. Copy, what the fuck? And then the whole cockroach kiss.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Fucking A.
Chef's kiss.
Wow. Wow. They did that. So that was
He's
a big
like,
surprise.
This is the only way I could do positive energy. Give me
Goodbye.
dead.
So his whole that whole back half of JJK season 3 was super cool. I loved every moment of it. And I'm excited to see more.
Hell yeah. Me too, man. Me too. So I got top 3 highlights for this one. First is number 3 is the Yuta, Ryu, and Euro fight here. Again, really wanted to see the domain expansion a little longer, but it wasn't the fan service I received. But the overall fight was absolutely amazing. So number 3 highlight of the season. Number 2 was actually the Judge Man season with episode with Higurama versus Yuji. I was super curious. It's actually a tie between these two, to be honest with you, because I wanted to know what Judge Man was going to sound like, and I wanted to know what they were going to animate him to actually look like. Fucking insane. Can't wait to see more. I'm sure we're going to see more of that, just like we're going to see more of of Takoba and Megami throughout the next few seasons, because clearly they're not dead. Obviously have a bigger role to play later. And then the other part, number 2, was the Chimera Shadow Garden new domain expansion look. Absolutely beautiful. Really happy with the way it looked. 100% fan service the entire episode. Now, before I get into number 1, this is my least fucking moment, and I think we could all fucking agree. Yeah. This is only 1 page of 3 of the rules that we had to read through, and look how long those are. Fucking bullshit, Gege. You're an asshole. Love you. You're an asshole. And then I'm not going to show the video because I feel like I don't want to torture anybody with the explanation of how Jujutsu Kaisen goes through shit. So we're all going to go to the number 1 highlight, which was Maki Zenin fucking shoving Neo's face into the fucking cement. This was, again, like I said, 3 pages of panels, large panels. This was 1 tiny little panel in the corner of the bottom page. And then they fucking just extended it to 4 fucking punches through the fucking skull, got us watching the broken skull. And since it's fan service, I think it's only right to show everybody little bits of clips. I want to give out a special shout out to the gentleman I am watching this video from. His name is Manga Club, him or her, I don't know. But thank you for putting this out. It's absolutely amazing. Now, what I'd like for us to do is obviously talk over it so we don't get in trouble. But I like how they show Toji little bits throughout this as like a representation between the both of them. This part here where it's really showing how he thinks he's overpowering Maki is absolutely amazing, because Maki's just tanking all of it and we don't know that yet. We're as the watcher, we think that she's just getting the shit fucking beat out of her, because I mean she's bleeding, yeah, and he's fucking rocking her shit, but like Toji would take this no problem, and she's supposed to be the new Toji, right? So I mean, and then this part right here, the fucking the no movement moonwalk is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Just to stop it with a clap too. She's like, done.
Oh my god, this whole thing was super cool.
Just wipes out the fucking Zenin clan house.
Right. And I like seeing the frames per second, like how it's all
Yeah.
cut up, you know.
Touches her because he's taking one more lap,
Mm-mm.
and then bam.
Calculated.
I like how she had all that time to say all this too.
Yeah, she's talking so fucking fast right now. They just slowed it down for us.
By the way, blah, 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 psh. And yeah, the that
Three
do
out
it
of
twice.
the four, and then the skull crush right here, just
Skull
so
crush.
satisfying because the character development for this dude was we all fucking hate this misogynist piece of shit. Like, yeah, say that shit again, Neo. Say that shit again. And then she's got that fucking cursed sword that's fucking the strongest cursed tool that in the Zenin clan. Fucking amazing. 100%
Was that the one?
fan service.
Was that sword the one that Mai made?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, that was.
It was the sword she made. She can only make things that are actually available in the world. So essentially, her power is to steal. I mean, her power is called creation, but she creates real things that are real, and then it disappears from where it was, and then she has it in her hand. The only reason she was able to make it is because they were forming, and that's it. And she had to give up her whole life anyways to make the item. So I mean, 100% awesome fan service. Loved every episode. I am going to give this overall a 9.7.
All right, 9.7. Fetty, you want to give it a score?
Put me on the spot here, bud. I'm going to give it. It's really high up there for me, but because it's not complete, I gotta give it a bit of a lower score. So I'm gonna only give it a 9. Give it a 9. It's still really high because like there was a lot of great moments. I really liked a lot of the action scenes, but not complete. It could honestly be a 10 if part 2 was included.
We got part 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I feel bad that the thing is I enjoyed the anime a lot. I want to give it a high score, but I feel like after that episode of explaining, it just like bugged me throughout the whole season. That's how much it affected me, man. Because
I hear you.
I'm the type of person that likes in movies and shows to show not tell. And when people start telling, and I get that's part of like the JJK lore, that it felt like it was telling me so much of the things I'm already looking at, you know, like, yeah, I'm going to give it 7.9. I feel like it might not be fair.
That's crazy. But hey man, everybody has their own opinion. I don't agree with it, but
the thing is like, here's what I'd say. Critically, I think that critically it would be a 9. I think it is definitely doing things that like anime should, like animation wise, and even like just the series as a whole. Like I think it's definitely up there. I think it's just for me as far as like that nagging feeling, like because I wanted to like it so much and I'm comparing it to season 2. I feel like it's way better than season 2 in some aspects, but when it comes to like the overall arc, I guess, because season 2 gave us a full arc. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe Fetty's onto something that is just the first part. So yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, well, thank you guys. That's the fan service moment of the night. Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
All right. All right. As we recap the night and we put on our hats to send it all off, what are our final thoughts? Anything we talked about? What do you guys have anything you want to say about the 3 animes we finished watching?
Kuya, could you go first? I gotta use the restroom real quick.
Oh,
I would say, I mean, overall, these animes to me are top tier. The scoring is not even so much like I would say their overall quality in terms of like animes you could rate at all times. I think it's just that for some animes, I have more things to compare it to from the previous seasons. One anime that I enjoyed a lot, which is Sentenced to Be a Hero, it's the first season, and I was just surprised. I was delighted, fully surprised.
Yeah, I do see that in your rating. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like that's why, in a way, I feel bad when it comes to JJK because of how much of like a momentum and hype it's getting. And I feel like I am in the minority in an island. I don't think that it's a bad anime. I definitely think it's great. It's amazing. Even
Gotcha.
it's one of the best. But I think sometimes I'm just like a hard scorer, you know. So
Well, dude, that's fine. I think that's good. I think that's good. My final
and
thoughts.
yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I guess the one thing is I am surprised by your guys' opinions. Definitely when it comes to like not in a bad way. Like in a way, it made me appreciate these animes more, and especially for JJK. I think now that I'm past that explanation video, maybe I'll just skip that episode. Like I wish they just gave us the like Attack on Titan style in between the title cards. They just gave us the thing.
Yeah.
And I'd pause it and read it, you know, one rule at a time, like Death Note. So,
Fair.
Man, my final thoughts. Yeah, the 3 anime were for the winter season were super solid. Or I don't know. Yeah, this is winter season. Yeah. I enjoyed all of them. Again, the 2 of them were continuations of like previous seasons. So, they have a little bit more of a base that they've already started with. Versus, Sentence Be Hero, which is brand new. But and like they're really trying to like get it on a running start because there's definitely going to be a season 2. Overall, I enjoyed watching them. I'm excited to continue the more seasons. I know spring season has a lot coming up. A lot of continuation animes again, actually. So not too many new ones that I saw that are interesting to me, but hearing well, that's a nice question, but getting into guys and picking your brains about like certain parts of the anime, like pointing out certain things too, was super cool. Me being able to explain my theory about Tatsuya was super cool too.
Yeah. That was
dude, I love
awesome.
that theory, man.
Yeah,
I love
and
that theory.
Hope that comes true.
yeah, and then just hearing about everybody's like thoughts was like awesome. So that's where my final thoughts are.
My final thoughts would be that we are just blessed with anime this season. All 3 of these weren't only the best animes of this season. There's a lot of them that we aren't able to talk about because the time limits that we have. We could honestly sit here and probably talk your guys' ear off for 24 hours a day about everything that's going on, and all random animes, big animes, continuation animes, horror animes, new, old, whatever. But overall, this was a lot of fun. I loved every single anime that we talk about. Each one, even though some of them we didn't give the highest scores to, still love them, and I'm excited to see where they go. And I'm excited to talk about the next anime for the next episode that we do. So can't wait, guys. This has been fucking awesome. I love every minute of it.
Hell yeah. And then additionally, were you surprised by anyone's opinions? Anything like surprised you or something that caught you off guard? My biggest one was I mean, I agree with Dark Ruffalo though. So I guess not really a surprise. Not really a surprise there.
You're surprised that I don't like to read.
I don't like to read either. Like now that I think about it, I was like, yeah, I probably would have hated that shit too. But yeah, that's just where my opinions are. I don't think I wasn't too surprised.
Yeah.
Zanny is definitely all about JJK though.
Yeah, I fucking love it.
I
He
think
fucking loves the shit out of it.
Yeah, it's so good.
I was gonna say I feel like part of the enjoyment for Zanny too is like reading the manga and seeing his favorite thing come to life, you know. So
Hell yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's honestly because I don't read every manga. Like there's too much out there to read, and I don't want to see something that could have been better because the manga did it better. And if I watch a show from the beginning, I'm like, oh, this is new. Like I've read Chainsaw Man too. I'm really fucking pissed that it's not new seasons aren't coming out as fast as I want.
yeah.
So it's like and Chainsaw Man's not even finished. But besides the point, like I do really enjoy watching the still pictures come to life because they're just so awesome, and seeing the renditions that the artists have themselves that are different from the original artist and author is interesting in itself too. Because I mean, like when people talk about One Piece, like in the manga, Sanji is one of the strongest characters for sure. Rarely actually gets shit on unlike he does in the anime. Constantly getting shit on by toy animators, and I mean, to each their own. It's fine. Sanji's not my favorite character, but he should get a little bit more love. And but I'm going off trail here. I think. What was the question?
Well,
Be surprised by anyone's opinions.
yeah, but I feel. Yeah. But I also, I didn't mean to cut you off, Eddie. I know you were still talking. Yeah.
No, I'm pretty much done.
But yeah, I think I just kind of jumped in while Fetty was saying he was like what he was surprised about. So.
No.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. No, I think the biggest surprise to me was actually that what's it called, that Sentence to Be a Hero wasn't actually wasn't rated above Frieren for us. I think that's my biggest surprise. Learning about more about what kind of anime you guys like to watch is a little bit more of a surprise, because I like I said at the very beginning, I don't get to talk to a lot of people about anime, so I don't know what is more popular for a lot of people and what is more popular for me. I'm a big battle manga guy. I like fucking isekais and horror ones, and I like to have a little romance in some of them, but I don't necessarily like watching the romance animes like you gentlemen like to, and there's nothing wrong with that. Not what I'm into.
The way you said
That's awesome.
What? What do you mean?
I was trying to be kind. I didn't know how to say
it. I'm not judging you, but you guys are weird.
You guys like certain. The whole point is that we all have different likes, and it's nice to understand what those are because of already knowing you guys ahead of time.
Gotcha. Nice to bring you back. Way to bring you back, brother.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. Well, the last thing to send it off is did your mind change at all after the discussions? Anything that flipped the script for you? Me personally, no, nothing really changed my mind about it. I think we came to like pretty basic agreements about a lot of things, and we understood people's points. Again, I think we're definitely in the realm of like to each their own, the way they think about certain things, and we're very open about like trying to understand other people. So, I don't think my mind changed for anything. I thought it was pretty solid.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I don't think my mind's changed about any of it. I think I have a new perspective for some of them, especially Frieren and for Sentence to Be a Hero. My perspective is locked in for Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
It's one of my top anime of all time for the new ones. But the other two, for sure, perspective has changed, and I'm going to go into it looking a little differently now.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like my perspective is also kind of locked in going into this discussion. What's interesting, actually, another thing that kind of surprised me is like looking at our final review score and also the letter scores leading up to it. How even when those letter scores are high, doesn't necessarily mean a high final score. So I think that just kind of shows how we're kind of gauging and how we're enjoying these animes. Like we can kind of look at them critically and see what's great about them, but still kind of like what Zanny was saying, like what each person's into as far as anime. So that's when you see the final score. Like again, like when we break it down to certain animation, story, blah blah blah, we see the highlights, we see what's doing great, and we see where we want more of something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that my like I'm open to things. I'm hard headed, but I've listened to other people talk about media, like movies in podcasts, and I think when you could get more in depth, like if we maybe review one anime and we could go like more into more details, more episodes, I think that's when my mind can change more.
Yeah.
Than just an overall season quickly, So
Yeah, fair enough.
Definitely fair. Fox says, "You guys make me want to get back on my anime grind." Well, if you do, brother,
Dude.
you can join us on an episode. Just
Yes.
Dude.
we could talk about whatever we all watch together. So if you ever want to get on the mic, be on the camera, and do a little bit of this, jump on in, brother. Jump on in.
You should ask them.
You gotta finish The Sopranos first. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
We should ask Fox what he thought about tonight, and if anything surprised him, anything he liked about tonight's
Go ahead and ask
podcast.
him, brother.
Goat. Let us know. How do you feel about this episode? It's our first one, and like with what we've discussed, do you feel like there's animes here you would want to watch more? Are we? You said you want to get back on your anime grind. Is there a specific one that kind of like stuck out to you?
Kaisen.
Tyson. There you go. There you go.
Haven't
Perfect.
seen what we watch, but he does like the format. Very cool. Very
Yeah.
cool. Appreciate that, man.
Awesome.
Good feedback. With that, we will wrap this episode up. We appreciate chat. You guys coming through, listening and watching with us. We will continue this, but I guess we're gonna talk in the back of which anime we're gonna watch. It has to be something we can all talk about, right? So it's something we all have to watch together. That's a little whatchamacallit, to be continued, and we'll figure it out. So
we should play the to be continued meme from what is
One
it?
Piece?
No, not One Piece. The Bizarre Adventure JoJo's.
Oh,
That meme. Yeah.
oh my god.
Oh,
But
shit.
yeah, Force just says fan service. I don't know what that means. I guess I'm doing the outro now.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that means what Zanny did earlier.
That was yeah.
Fuck. All right, well,
Whatever.
goddamn it. Well, friends,
Not a lot of format.
chat. It's been a great time. We're gonna send it on out. Dark Ruffalo. Where can they find you, good sir?
Hey, you guys can find me at the Holographic Children on Instagram, TikTok. I have a website, theholographicchildren.com, where you can check out my music. The Holo Chan on YouTube, on Twitch. Of course, follow WGWW and King Confetti here and Mike Rack as well. These episodes, they're landing since I'm streaming it on the Holo Chan. It's gonna be there for the VOD, and I'm gonna cut up these anime segments so that it's shorter for you guys, so you can know what we think about for each anime. And let us know if there's something you liked, if you have any suggestions for what anime we should watch.
Fuck yeah. Zeddy, where can they meet you at?
Y'all can find me at WGWWTV_Zanny DeVito on IG. You could also find me on WGWWTV Twitch channel, as well as King Kong Fetty's channel and Mike Rack's channel every once in a while. So make sure you guys go check out all three, like and subscribe for sure. Check out our YouTube channel as well, Wave Gang Entertainment and Holographic Children's Holo Chan, and all his music and beautiful art that he makes. We are going to be doing Wave Gang Wednesdays on Wednesday coming up this week. We're also going to be getting back into Resident Evil next Friday or Saturday. Haven't decided yet, haven't talked about it, but we will, and we will get right back into it. So make sure you guys come check that out on WGWW TV. See you guys then.
Lovely.
And Betty.
Me? Well, y'all can find me here. Y'all can find me at my Twitch channel, King Confetti. YouTube is a work in progress, so nothing there yet. But I'll be here Wednesdays with the Wave Gang with the brothers. Follow them. They're all creative as hell. Me and Desert Fox are going to start Parasite E2 soon. I don't know when, but it's a work in progress as well. Just stop on by, say what's up. Let's have a good time. Let's play some games, and let's top the shit up.
Yes, sir.
Well, chat, People of the Kingdom, we're going to sign the fuck on out, and we're going to say our goodbyes. So,
Yes, sir.
You guys have a good night, have a good day, have a good morning, have a good morrow, have a good wherever the fuck you guys are. Keep on breathing, stay chill, drink some water, and we'll see you next time. Enjoy.
Peace.